'Cause I'm in a sexy mood and only you can feel my needs. I'll lay here and take care of it till you come home to me. Okay. That was just off the cuff, not the lyrics. That does not belong to me. It belongs to the person that I'm going to feature in the Music Moment installment a little bit later. This is Choose, and this is Eat Bitch Eat. Welcome to another episode, you guys. Burger King is on the menu today. It is my first meal of the day. I have probably ordered more than I should have. But I've got 2 chicken sandwiches because I kind of wanted that to be the focus, and an Impossible Whopper and some onion rings. So let me do what I need to do here. First of all, thank you for watching and all of that good stuff. Oh, I have to say this. Tamara or Tamara, I always forget how to say your name. Thank you, because I feel like during that live, I couldn't understand what you were trying to get. And so you handled that. I don't think I thanked you, and I couldn't find a way to do it on Cash App. So I'm thanking you now. I hope that you see this video. Really appreciate that. Okay. And because of that, I get to do this video. And I have a feeling this, both of these are going to be relatively dry, because that's what, usually happens with Burger King. They won't, they don't want to do anything extra, because it's too much like if you want extra mayo or extra whatever, they don't want to do all that. So you get what you get. Oh, y'all like my hat? No. Chicken sandwich. It has pickles on it. I asked for pickles. I know some of you out there are like me. You love these sandwiches, the chicken sandwiches. I know I don't get them often, but I do get them. Coke. Okay, we're gonna get started. The Music Moment. Despite my attempt at the vocal in the beginning, if I wasn't so, kind of caught off guard and a little nervous about singing, even though I have sang in front of you guys, it's not really like singing seriously. That line was from a song called Take Care from the one and only Miss Janet Jackson. When I thought about doing this, all I could think about was her slow cuts. And I want to say this to you right now. When you're done with watching me, go on however you stream music, and make yourself a Janet Jackson slow cut playlist. If you want to get the panties or the boxer briefs or the jock strap, preferably sweaty, get that one. Make that playlist. Yeah. I did say perfectly sweaty. You heard right. I only said that because it gives me more flavor. I don't really like it's like sweaty like that. Not the jock straps. To be honest with you, I'm not really into jock straps. But if somebody was gonna come anyway, Janet Jackson. If you're like me and of a certain age, she first came to your attention via Good Times, the television show. Then later on, Different Strokes. And then Fame. I always forget that she was in Fame. The TV series. In 1984. Wow. She had two albums. 1982 self-titled debut album. The one where she's rapping about the swimming pool. A couple of hits, nothing major though. Second album, Dream Street, a hit, nothing major though. But I don't think anyone saw Control coming in 1986. And right now, this is not really talking about my favorite Janet album. Just talking about her kind of in general, musically mostly. But no one saw Control coming. You talk about an album, only 9 tracks, and almost every song is a winner. Even the filler songs, You Can Be Mine, He Doesn't Know I'm Alive, even though those are the only 2 that were not released as singles properly. That's a major accomplishment that you got about 6 or 7 songs that people knew. Well, okay, Funny How Time Flies was not released as a single, but it was a serious Quiet Jam album cut. And a nice, sure way to get whatever underwear you're into. Okay, I'm going for the Impossible Whopper. No, of course they didn't put enough. It's not too bad. It's okay. I can deal. I'm not gonna complain. Only thing though, this tomato is it's kind of hard in the middle. I don't like tomatoes that are like hard in the middle, so we're gonna take that off. I need my tomatoes to be red. I don't like no whatever you call that. I don't like when it's thick in the center where it's hard to bite it. Impossible Whopper, everyone. Has everyone had an Impossible Whopper by now? Surely you must have. Okay. Well, after Control, first of all, let me go back. Because Control was pretty, Janet was hotter than a flame on a candle. And I remember we watching those videos. Oh my God, Friday night videos, forget about it. It was all about Janet. Whenever Janet came out with a song and a video, you had your tape recorder set. You had it on pause. Gosh. And she put her stank on them videos. Nasty. What have you done for me lately? When I think of you. But what I remember clearly is when the 6th single, Pleasure Principle, was released. Oh my God, the video. Simple, bare bones, just her by herself doing the moves with the chair and all of that. I remember my cousin rewinding the part where she did the split because he was really big on girls who could do splits. I'm not sure why, but oh, we rewound that video like a big dog. Need more ketchup. I mean, I literally need more ketchup. I can't believe I'm running out that quick. Then there was Rhythm Nation. And, you know, another classic album. I don't need to go into that, but I just wonder Janet may not be all that vocally for a lot of people, but no one can put the kind of stink that she put on those songs. Now, perhaps Paula Abdul could have. But I think what made it so surprising for those of us that had been kind of following Janet is the dancing. Like, no one knew she kind of had that in the pocket. In fact, the only dancing I recall seeing before anything off of the Control album was when she was on Different Strokes and she was doing that song, The Magic Is Working, when Willis was her boyfriend. She was just like, the magic is working, I'm falling in love, the magic is working. It's just a shoulder movement. That's all anyone knew. And even in the What Have You Done For Me Lately video, she did a little shoulder movement too. I don't know if you caught it. But Paula got that together. Shout out to Paula Abdul. Yeah. Oh, it looked like something. Ultra long tomatoes. Onions. Oh, somebody needs some sleep. You don't know the difference between a potato. Okay, let me just eat and stay focused on Janet. I'm getting it all wrong today. Okay. After that, there was the Janet album. The cupped, the hands over, that was Renee's hands over the breast. Another great album. But in all of her work, two things. One, she does her own background vocals. If you ever notice and listen carefully, she shadows herself and she does it brilliantly. No one does it quite the way that she does. There's just a flair that she has with her vocals. The other thing are those slow cuts. I'm telling you, I was listening to some before I started this video. Make sure that when you make your slow jam, your quiet storm, bedroom, Janet mixtape, make sure you include these two tracks, Warmth and Moist. Done. Orgasm achieved. Warmth, those can both be found on the Demita Joe album. I'm telling you, so Warmth is basically her going down on the guy, and moist is where it's her turn. Done. In fact, those are the two tracks I want everybody to listen to. Because everybody needs to get broke off, okay? This is for, I want people that's watching me to get broke off. And I can help you do it. I can't help you do it myself, but I can provide you with the tools, be nice, that it can take it could take to get you there. Those are the two tools, warmth and moist, off of Janet's Damita Jo album, the 2004 album release that was tarnished by the Super Bowl live performance, where they basically blacklisted her for an album. Now, I'll have to be honest with you. 20YO, that album contains the song Take Care that I was singing a portion of in the beginning. It's a lovely, lovely slow jam. Oh, just drop the draws. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of that album. And I have to admit, I was not a big fan of her very last one. I think it was called Unbreakable or something like that. Not a fan. I saw it as Janet, kind of transitioning, growing up, maybe. Not growing up, because that's the music was taking kind of another turn. Some of that music was more adult contemporary, and I was trying to respect her for that, because I know she was at a different point in her life, but not a fan of that album. I don't know what she's gonna do next, but as a fan, I'll be watching. Really? See, somebody else with a more, professional channel would have, edited that out, and they would have maybe told y'all what happened. I'm that gully bitch. You see it as it go down. Mayonnaise hitting the lip, making it look like it's something else. Drink spilling in my face, all that. In fact, you're talking to the same person, if some of you remember that live where I went to use the bathroom and got up and y'all saw me in my shorts. Yeah, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That was me. I'm having a couple more bites of the sandwich. This chicken, I would like to know how they season this chicken. It never disappoints. So good. Now, for the rest of you who have sent me suggestions, first of all, thank you, of who you would like to hear me talk about or check out. I'm going to make a list and try to get to as many of those as I can. Hopefully, maybe by the next video, I can talk about a couple of the things I've checked out. Now, later tonight, I may get on here again and do another much shorter video taste testing items from this place, Roost Chicken and Biscuits. Oh, my friend just sent a message. I went to, the place I told you guys about in the video, the organization Too Good To Go, how they pair up with restaurants and you can buy food that the restaurants are going to throw out for relatively cheap. Well, I got a bag reserved from this Roost place and I'm going to go over there in a few hours and pick up some whatever it is they give me. And I may just come on and do another much shorter video, just taste testing the food, and I might decide to feature it in a later video. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Sunday, and I'll see y'all soon. Okay, bye.